Hello Scorpio, welcome to Truth Well Told Tarot. This is Andrea and I'm here to do your 2023 yearly tarot reading for the sign of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. So I hope you're well. Remember, this reading won't be for everyone. Take what resonates for you as always, Scorpio. So what we're going to do as always is pull one card per month and go into the energies of whatever messages I'm getting with those cards. Do also check out the next 3 month tarot readings that I do, because I go into the energies in more detail with the relevant 3 months from the yearly reading that I do. So do check those out. So let's see what we have for you. What do we have for our lovely Scorpio, please? Angel, spirits, guides, message for Scorpio for 2023. We have Temperance. In January, February, we have the Ten of Cups. March, we have the Four of Wands. Justice is April. Six of Pentacles, May. June, the Hierophant. Six of Swords, July. August, Seven of Swords. Ace of Wands, September. Another ace. These look lovely. That is October. The Fool. I mean, look at this. It's like 3 new beginnings all in a row here. I mean, these can be individual things happening, but they could also be connected. That is November for the Fool. And finally, December, we have the Three of Pentacles. Okay, Scorpio. And it's always lovely when aces appear in a reading because it's always very fortuitous, you know? So we have Temperance. Temperance is a card of balance. It's everything in moderation, and it's a moderate energy. It's if something is out of balance, how do I bring it back into balance? So it can be linked with things like healing and reconciliation in terms of, you know, whatever the circumstances is. How do I bring things back into balance on an even keel? Temperance is a great sign that that's available to you. That could be either in relationships in some level, family, friendships, children, you know, love, romance, or it could be something that affects those energies, you know, or you yourself. So getting balance back, that could be things like money, career, or other areas of life, even some kind of health issue. So it's a card of just finding how to get balance back, get back on the even keel. And Temperance is a lovely energy of things are coming back into balance. So there's an opportunity for that here, Scorpio. Really beautiful energy. It's also very spiritual. The other message I will say with Temperance is it can be about us being in our truth. If there's things like choices or decisions to make, it can be about making things from a point of truth here. Deep down, you know what's right too. It could well be to bring balance back to this situation. So this might be getting some kind of clarity on what you want to do, what you want, what you don't want in terms of how you want to move forward, you know. But it's a great card of just calming the waters, you know, that kind of energy. Now, it might well be that this is either linked with home, family, relationships, even extended family here. But, you know, certainly with these cards here, there's a great energy in terms of home, family, relationships with the Ten of Cups and the Four of Wands. So these energies can be both about home, family, relationships, home, property even. So there could well be some kind of reconciliatory energy or healing energy being adopted here. Or in your truth, potentially you or somebody is ready to progress a relationship. These energies can be about marriage, long-term commitment, buying a home together, moving in together, having children, adopting, all of those kind of energies. It might well be there's some way of just, yeah, this is what we need to do to move forward in a situation in balance. I know how I need to move forward now. So there may well be some kind of engagement, marriage announcement, that kind of energy too. So it's always very celebratory. These are lovely and uplifted. You can see the Rainbow of Cups there. It's just this feeling of everything falling into place and feeling fulfilled and happy and not wanting for anything, feeling content. The love flows between everybody. And with the Four of Wands, this can be celebrations. So certainly in terms of February, March, feels like a huge focus in terms of family, either within relationships themselves or something that affects the home family relationship. Because this can be, both of these energies, this can be very celebratory, and this can be, feeling fulfilled again. So if it hadn't done before then, for example, these cards will come in if, you're getting back into balance in terms of money, career, for example. Everything's falling into place and there's celebrations to be had that affect the home family relationship. Those energies would apply. Similarly, in terms of some kind of outcome that you were waiting on, these can be very celebratory, and all of a sudden everything feels like it's fulfilled and you don't want for anything and you don't feel lack in any area. So again, if things felt different before this point, this is just a real wholesome energy of everything feeling like it's falling into place again. The other meanings with the Ten of Cups, this can represent new additions to the family as well. So and happiness on that front. So it could well be, things like pregnancy, children, new additions on that front, even adopting, so lovely energy on that front here, Scorpio. And like I said, it can be practically linked with the home, the family, the relationship, marriage as well, long-term commitment. So there could be some changes on that front, which are lovely. The Four of Wands here in March, this can be more of a celebratory energy. It could even be the result of whatever this was, is bringing in some kind of announcement or celebration in March time, because this can be an actual event to be celebrated. Now, that could be about relationships itself. And then, like I said, it could be other areas of life. There's a lovely energy of parties, celebrations with the Four of Wands. Four corners of stability and security. And similarly, there could be positive changes in home, property as well with the Four of Wands. But it can be about reasons to celebrate as well. People who will celebrate with you. Now, we have in April justice. So justice is a fair and honourable decision that's in the light of truth, that restores balance for you. This, Scorpio, can be linked with legal things, so legal proceedings. And again, then maybe there's some kind of celebration to be had with regard to a decision coming your way. This will be a very favourable decision when justice appears in your reading. So it can represent legal things, government institutions, if you're waiting to hear back from the state in some way, or the government in some way. Very good also in terms of contracts and things to do with red tape and bureaucracy. Things like, visa applications, you understand what I'm saying, or it can be even mortgage deeds, things like that. It can be very good in terms of red tape, bureaucracy of some kind. So it does feel like there's some kind of favourable decision for you in April time. Yeah, and if this is you making some kind of decision, because justice can be sometimes about us making a fair decision. It's all about doing what's right. It's all about doing the right, honourable, ethical, moral thing. So if there was some kind of decision to make in April, justice will say, this, you know what the right thing to do is, so do the right, honourable, ethical thing. Yeah. And it's always to bring balance back. Now, justice can also be about, just about getting balance back. And it's interesting when temperance is appearing. I mean, this can be by our actions in some way. This can be about we reap what we sow. So this can be about what you put into something you get back. So it might well be in April, you're achieving some kind of balance from what you've put energy into. It's a very good energy in terms of balance being restored as well for you. But a lot of the time it comes out in terms of bureaucracy, red tape, state, government, feedback, contracts, and so on and so forth. Because right next to it is the Six of Pentacles. Now, yeah, these cards aren't necessarily related, but, if I feel that there could be some connection, I'll say it. So the Six of Pentacles can be some kind of monetary award given to you, and it could well be as a result of some kind of process here. So there could be some decision and then you get some kind of financial award that can be linked with money, property, assets, business, and so on and so forth as well. And again, we have this scales of balance, so it could well be that some fairness is restored, the balance is restored in terms of the right, the honourable, the fair, the legal, everything is fairly done in this decision, and you get some kind of, like I said, some kind of award here, Scorpio. Now, the other thing with the Six of Pentacles, it can be linked with somebody reaching out, offering you something. So, and it's of value. This can be things like advice. So you might well get some kind of important advice, some kind of important offer. It can be monetary. Even it can be linked to some kind of small amount of money as well. This can be about gift giving, gift receiving. So it might well be that somebody gifts you some kind of money in May. So this can be that kind of energy. Sometimes this comes in, when it can be if we have like things like unexpected bills and we don't have quite enough to, pay some kind of unexpected bill. It might well somebody else steps in and says, okay, don't worry, I can loan it you. I'll give it you, don't worry. So there can be this kind of energy with that as well here, Scorpio. Again, if it's monetary, and yes, it can be linked with jobs, business opportunities as well. This as an energy here as well, Scorpio, it can sometimes be about gift giving in other areas, so giving and receiving. And especially in terms of relationships, for example, it's about we don't give more than we take and we don't take more than we give. It's that harmony, equilibrium and respect of that. So this can represent, if something has felt a little bit out of balance in a relationship, this is about, actions with the Justice card, to restore that kind of balance within a relationship, that giving and receiving. It can be about things like, okay, there's give and take, and that's the energy here. So it might well be that a situation arises on that front for you. Sometimes it is seen as the breadcrumb card, the Six of Pentacles, not really feeling that kind of energy too much. It can sometimes represent, if it's a breadcrumb energy, sometimes somebody giving a little bit more just to keep you on the hook, but not enough to fulfill you. It can represent that kind of energy. So if you're encountering that situation, and it's not limited to love romance, it can be limited to things like a work situation. Okay, well, if we, give you responsibility for this area, will you be okay with that? Or you might not get the promotion that you want, but if we give you a little bit more money, is that all right? It's the energy that you're not always fully satisfied with, but it's sometimes just enough to keep you on the hook. So there may well be some kind of, toing and froing on that basis as well. I love this message though with this right next to it, because these cards, because the Hierophant being a higher power at work, these cards can be a message of it's your time to receive some kind of higher power at work. So it might well be that something comes in and it's just of value to you, or it can be, like I said, monetary or practical in some way. So there's it can just be signs, synchronicities, messages, things just happening, because there's kind of this energy of a higher power at work here, Scorpio. So it can represent it's your time to receive, very spiritual in that front. Now, the Hierophant going into June, this I've already kind of spoken about the spiritual side of things. It can also be things like marriage, long-term committed relationships, especially connected with this. It might well be, certainly with Justice, someone might be saying, okay, this is about, give and take. So we're going to do the right thing here to get married. We're going to do the right thing to have a wedding, you know. So this is the Hierophant energy. It might well be there's a holy person present, could be for an occasion this month in June. This can also represent situations when we search for meaning, we want to find answers and wisdom and illumination here. The Hierophant comes in to really say, lean on your spiritual faith, lean on spirit, you know, ask for help, surrender. If you need help, ask for it. It can be a sign of answered prayers as well. So it's always a lovely energy on that front. And again, other meanings, it can be about traditional roots, taking the next traditional step. If it's not relationships, for example, this could represent where you might be offered or invited to follow in, you know, going to the same university as, you know, your parents did, or follow in the same footsteps in terms of job or family business the way that your parents did. You know, it's kind of the traditional sense of things, the traditional expected route, the status quo. So there may well be things on that front that are happening for you in June. And again, free will with that card energy too. Now we have in July here, Scorpio, the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is a great card of, you can see the choppy waters here. This is about putting difficulty behind you, and finally ahead is the calmer waters, and you're heading in the right direction. So there's a great message with this card of the worst is going to be behind you. It doesn't mean that you're at the end game yet, but you're absolutely moving in this direction. So for me as a reader, this is always about the best is yet to come, you know. You're heading in the right direction. Things are feeling more positive and optimistic. Now, this can be linked with healing, physical healing for some of you, can be other areas, recovery in other areas, could be monetary, could be healing rifts, you know, healing disagreements, healing conflict, you know. So the Six of Swords is all about healing and putting difficulty behind you and just moving forward on that basis. So it's a lovely card of healing. Other message with this, it might well be that there's some kind of travel. So travel might be significant for you. I mean, obviously it can be in the significant months, July, August, you know. It might well be there's significant holiday time, so you might be going on holiday, booking some significant holiday. The other message with the Six of Swords, it can move from A to B, so leave one area to another. It can be moving or relocating in some way. But always with a view of, yeah, just feeling really optimistic and feeling like you're moving in the right direction and everything's looking very positive in terms of where you're heading. That is the energy here. So we have the Seven of Swords here, and you know, next to each other, yeah, you know, this could well be, the Seven of Swords can be a card of deception. So if there's some level of deception here, this could well be the opportunity to heal from that kind of deception. So it might well be something happens here. I mean, you know, sometimes the Seven of Swords can be, you know, you didn't tell me this, you should have told me this, you didn't tell me this. And it can just be about healing from that kind of energy. For others of you, yes, this can be about things like, you know, deception of other levels. So, you know, stealing, betrayal, and so on. The other message, however, with the Seven of Swords, it can be about you keeping secrets because that's what the situation requires. So the Seven of Swords can be where we keep our own counsel and we pursue a path because that's what we feel we need to do. For example, I always say that this is a great energy here in money career terms because we don't want our current employer to know that we're pursuing new opportunities. So we keep our own counsel, we keep our cards close to our chest. Or you're pursuing things that you just don't want to announce to anybody yet. You might be waiting for something to come off before you reveal it. You know, that can be the energy of the Seven of Swords. Because right next to this, and it might well be like you just want to move. Things are looking positive and hopeful in what you're pursuing here secretly. So these can be these energies in July and August, Scorpio. Because right next to it, we do have the cards here. You know, I mean, these cards are big new beginning energies. They lend themselves very good. They're not limited to that, but they lend themselves very, very well in terms of money, career, enterprise. So let's take the Ace of... The Ace of Wands can be exciting new beginnings. Now, the Ace of Pentacles can be practical. These can represent new jobs, new business opportunities that's absolutely close to your heart and soul. This is a feeling here of moving in a direction where you see real abundance long term, that you see a path that will lead to your success long term, with that pentacle energy being here, and you just see it full of possibility. That's the energy here with the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. So it does feel that something is really opening up for you across these 2 months. Could be one thing, could be two things here. The other thing with the Ace of Pentacles, it can represent moving or relocation, home, property even. So these energies just feel like there's something very exciting and also very practical happening across these 2 months. So I'm going to also talk about the Ace of Wands here, because the Ace of Wands, like I said, very good in terms of you might be inspired between these two cards as well to start something new. These can be about going on new adventures yourself, opening a new door by your own action yourself. You might be pursuing some kind of hobby that could lead potentially to a second income or a main income long term. This can be about being inspired to start something. It could be a hobby or a project of some kind, or a passion of yours, something that you're really passionate about and starting it. So this is the energy of just practically getting it off the ground here. Even a sum of money to get this started, that can be the energy here, Scorpio. And that could be, you know, in addition to your job or alone. This just feels like you're ready to open that kind of new door here. So very good in terms of money, business, career areas. Now, the other thing that I'm getting with this is the other messages of the Ace of Wands. I always describe the Ace of Wands, it can be a new passion, desire. That can be in terms of love or next level love. It can be about getting the spark back. Also very good in terms of things like the new happening for you, new exciting things happening. So can link in with things like pregnancy. Very good also in terms of, like I said, pursuing things that you're passionate about. You know, could even be, you know, starting some kind of, I want to say, you know, even photography course. You know, it's connected to your heart, soul, what inspires you, what your passion is. So you see what I'm saying with that. And I always describe the Ace of Wands as, if you feel an affinity with a place, you know, certainly with the Ace of Pentacles being next to it, that your soul is just connected to a state or a county or a town of some kind, this might well be where you're taking action to move to it, you know. So this is the energy here of just following your heart, your soul, your passion, desire, and spirit encouraging that, with two aces appearing in your reading. And again, this could just be the practical things. I mean, the Ace of Pentacles can actually be linked with things like loans and mortgages, or the money to start something new as well. So very good on that front in terms of these 2 months here, Scorpio. Just very exciting new beginnings. So we move into November, and this is also a major new chapter for you. The Fool is about, you know, carving out a brand new path. Now, it might be linked to these energies. It could be something on your own. This can be about going for something, taking that leap of faith, taking that chance, moving in that direction where you feel real anticipation. This is, yeah, I just want to go for this. I want to move in this. I want to take that leap of faith on this. I mean, that can be in terms of relationships where you feel, yeah, it's worth the risk. I'm going to take the leap of faith. I'm going to take the chance. Let's go for it. It could be in other areas as well. Like I said, it can be money, career. It could be, you know, life areas where you're just like, yeah, let's do it. Let's go for it. Let's move forward. And it's linked to a new beginning, carving out a brand new path in some way here. So always a very lovely energy here with the Fool. It can be new or next level energies as well. And with the Three of Pentacles, you know, these energies with the Three of Pentacles, this can be linked. Certainly in terms of money, career, finances, where these months you might be getting something off the ground. This could be a creative endeavour or a project. The Three of Pentacles can be, working in partnership with people. So there could be some kind of team effort to start something new, some partnership or collaboration. Now, yeah, that could be in business. This could be some kind of project that's close to your heart and soul. And if you're doing it on your own, the Three of Pentacles represents that you might be getting advice from people who are experienced in certain areas that you're not. So again, getting advice where you need it to get something off the ground here, Scorpio. That's the energy that I'm seeing here, if these energies are interlinked. Now, other meanings with the Three of Pentacles, this can be, like I said, teamwork, collaboration, partnerships of some kind. It sometimes appears, actually, in readings when everybody needs to get on the same page. So, for example, if there's been an energy here of, well, I want to do this, I want to move in that direction, I want to do this, and the other person says, well, I want to move in this direction, and no one's agreeing. I mean, this could be in any area, it could be money related, it could be team related, it could also be family related or love related. This is about getting everybody on the same page again. It's about compromise. It's about everybody has to compromise. Everybody has to give a little bit to work towards a common goal. Because when everybody works towards a common goal, you can see they're building the foundations of a church here. And it's a foundational energy. You start from a solid foundation, and then you can really build something solid and stable and secure. So that's really the energy here. Similarly here, Scorpio, this can also be some kind of negotiation that you might be getting. It will be a very successful negotiation. And again, that might be involving some kind of compromise. So then there will be some kind of successful negotiation that's happening in December for you. But it does feel like there's a really positive outcome as a result of that. So that's what I'm getting for you in terms of 2023. I mean, these cards are lovely. There's a real kind of buzz, certainly around this area too. And a great energy in terms of happiness and family and the rainbow of blessings here and celebrations, certainly early in the year. So I wish you a lovely 2023, Scorpio. I am going to pull you a final card. Final message for Scorpio, please, angels, spirits, guides, for 2023. So we have lost and found. What was once lost is about to be found, thanks to the lost and found fairy. Sometimes she can help us find things we never even realized were lost. Yeah, could be a year of discovery for you. That's what I have for you, Scorpio. I hope you enjoyed your reading, found it helpful, useful. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. I wish you a lovely year, and I will see you next time.